Alternative historians have long argued that the Great Pyramid of Giza was designed as a massive, encoded blueprint of the universe. At the center of this theory is the claim that the ancient architects deliberately built the monument to house two specific mathematical constants, pi and the golden ratio, also known as phi. Ask a mainstream mathematician about this, or as the esoteric community sometimes calls them, an egghead, and they will likely dismiss the idea as numerological coincidence. But this rejection is rooted in a specific observation of number theory. According to the strict rules of algebra, putting both pi and the golden ratio into the exact same physical equation creates a mathematical paradox. This conflict exists because numbers inhabit distinct categories that rarely interact cleanly: algebraic and transcendental. An algebraic number, like the golden ratio, is defined by its relationship to standard polynomial equations, the kind of straightforward algebra found in basic textbooks. Pi is transcendental. It cannot be pinned down by these same equations, meaning it exists outside the reach of standard algebraic roots. The Gelfand-Schneider theorem provides the formal proof for this separation. It establishes that algebraic and transcendental numbers are independent, meaning they cannot be cleanly equated through simple integer powers. Because of this theorem, standard mathematics dictates that you cannot perfectly encode both pi and the golden ratio into a single physical object. The numbers simply refuse to align. While the math suggests an impossibility, the physical reality of the monument tells a different story. This wireframe outlines the proportions of the Great Pyramid. Dividing its base perimeter by the central height yields pi divided by 2. Furthermore, the exterior sloped face corresponds directly to the golden ratio. Here is the tension. Despite the formal proof that these numbers are incompatible, the physical dimensions of the Great Pyramid seemingly force them to occupy the same space. Researchers like Dan Winter and Ralph Abraham argue this alignment was the primary goal of the ancient builders. They attribute this to sacred periodicity, the idea that nature relies on a repeating, fractal blueprint that governs everything from galactic spirals to the double helix structure of our DNA. The core belief here is that the architects possessed an understanding of natural geometry that allowed them to transcend the limits of modern linear algebra. Building with stone naturally introduces physical error bars. These slight imperfections of construction allow for physical approximations that pure abstract math would reject. For these theorists, the monument stands as a physical proof that the same geometric laws govern both the cosmos and our own biological structure. We are left with a conflict between formal proofs of independence and highly precise physical anomalies. Skeptics call this a result of the human brain's pattern-seeking nature. Given a structure this large, a researcher can eventually find almost any ratio if they look at enough measurements. Ralph Abraham offers Answer 3, a philosophical middle path that attempts to reconcile the eggheads with the esoteric theorists. Abraham suggests that while formal algebra forces these numbers apart, the geometric reality of the physical world finds a way to intertwine them. This raises a question about the limits of our knowledge. It forces us to consider whether our mathematical models are incomplete, or if the pyramid remains an anomaly that standard rules cannot yet resolve. Regardless of the cause, the Great Pyramid stands as a symbol of humanity's long-standing effort to find cosmic order within the world's dimensions.